Hello everyone, my name is Web Weaver and welcome back to another episode of It's Look Who It Is. And my dog is joining us. You know, you record in the daytime and you know what happens? People walk in front of windows. And you know what happens when people walk in front of windows? Your dog goes bark. Now, chat, I want your professional medical opinions on this, okay? If somebody's feet fell off, is it big-sounding medical name, or is the treatment you shoot her in the head with a 9mm? Because, I mean, if you use the 10mm, you might kill her. We're not trying to do that. But, if the treatment is shooting her in the head with a 9mm, then she lives. If the treatment isn't shooting her in the head with a 9mm, then she dies. Probably of old age, because feet falling off usually isn't, like, you know, lethal. But, you know, relatively speaking, she'd still die. Now, who are we gonna play? I don't know, but whoever they are, they should hopefully have the medicine drug. Sorry, I'll stop. Have we played... Hold on, we're gonna do a little... Let me turn window capture off first. You're gonna get, like, 1 second of Mystery of the Druids? Actually, no, if I go to the YouTube studio, you won't. Let's see, when's the last time we played Ico? Because I'm kind of feeling an Ico run. Like, 10 days ago? That works. We can play Ico. I'm just a really big fan of all of these, like, House MD parody videos, because they're all so good. We'll do a little Ithutu. Things are heating up around here. For some reason, I feel like the last time we played Ico, we got scars as well. But I'm on, I've been binge-watching House MD, with a friend. And he's on Season 4, and I'm on Season 3. And, oh my god. Season 3 is unhinged. Like, the Christmas episode was being hyped up as really, really bad. And it is really, really bad. But, like, I love how there are episodes of House MD where it's just like, yeah, this is insane. I wonder how this got on TV. And so far, I still think the worst episode was the intersex episode. That one was really rancid. But this one is, the Christmas episode is pretty bad. The thing is, they introduced a villain in Season 3, and it's so silly. Because the idea makes sense, which is House getting comeuppance for the fact that literally every episode he breaks the law, like, multiple times. And, you know, he pops so much Vicodin that it's like... It's not an exaggeration when you watch those House MD parody videos where it's like, they just show every time House is talking, he's taking Vicodin. It's like, that's not even an exaggeration. It's just those videos are 1 minute long and condensing a 40-minute episode. As a parody, and these episodes are 40 minutes long. It's the same amount of Vicodin, though. Actually, it might be significantly less. Household Hell, found footage, Rancicity, huh? Rancicity. Rancicity. I don't know why I'm saying Rancicity. It's the word of the day, I suppose. I don't know, we could do, like, found footage. Or maybe we could do Household Hell. Or maybe we could do found footage. Or maybe we could do Household Hell. Or maybe we could do found footage. I'm still thinking about it. I'll get back to you in 3 to 6 business days. Now, you might think, you know, Web, what are you doing, you fool? 2 curses in a row and one of them is flashbacks? You dumb buffoon. But 4 funds is okay. I'm alright with that. Now, -1 max sanity is, really, really bad. And hello, dog. Welcome to the program. I don't know if you can hear her. Probably not, actually. I don't know. But we're all here and we're all chillin'. We're all Bing chillin'. And I cannot stop watching House MD. Actually, that's not true. I could stop watching House MD. Because the problem is that in the first season, it was so ridiculous and crazy that it's like, yeah, I can watch this and then just, like, talk about it in the group chats. But despite being TV 14+, some of the episodes are just so absolutely batshit insane that even though they get around, I guess, like, the age rating censors or whatever, they still just say, like, the most unhinged shit possible. I'm running probably 2 sanity? What are we looking at here? I mean, 2 sanity is a lot. But sure. I do like experience points. They're nice. You ever think about experience points? How nice experience points are? We're not going to a hospital mystery second. Absolutely not. Under no circumstance are we doing anything in the hospital at any period of time on the second mystery of this run, so I'm okay with, because we're going to Household Hell next, most likely, so we might as well just leave it on the mansion. We can run. We can't run. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot run. The athletic swimmer cannot run, chat. Now, listen, you might say that's rude to say about Aiko when she just got shot. The thing is, the biggest insult that Aiko needs to know is that she got shot. There's not really anything to Taro's second enemy, by the way. We rolled a 12. That's crazy. A natural 12. Oh no! I didn't take a perk that I haven't had the opportunity to take yet, and I didn't look at the TV because I was lazy. That's... Oh no. I don't know. Sorry, we're being a little unhinged right now. Listen. Sight of the Ritual, because Holy Glyphs exists as a spell, like, assuming you have it unlocked, of course, but if you have Holy Glyphs unlocked as a spell, right, take the cassettes and run is actually the play, because you get an item that could go towards Holy Glyphs, which is very funny, but the reason why we don't take it is that you can't discard the item, you can only put it in storage. There used to be a bug where your storage was less than it says it was, right? Like, I'll try to visually point it out in a second. I almost want to take sanity here, but I'm sure we'll be fine. Like, if you look at your item storage here, it was like, if you got down to here, or here, all of the next items just got deleted. And so this was a permanent item that you couldn't discard, that has no use in-game, and it would just either sit in your inventory or it would sit in your stored items. And now I'm thinking there used to be an infinite inventory glitch. Do you know how crazy Holy, Oh my god, how cool... Okay, so there used to be an infinite inventory glitch where if you... I think it's the reverse now, where if you threw an item that you had equipped, then you would gain an inventory slot. And so you could get infinite inventory slots with bricks, right? Can you imagine? Or you could get infinite inventory slots with Burning Man or Dullness, right? Now, if you have an item equipped and you throw a copy of it, you actually lose inventory slots. So it's a bad, evil glitch now, right? But I'm now thinking about if we had Holy Glyphs back in the day, that would be such a cool combo. Wait a minute, Adrenaline... We can... Am I crazy enough to do this? I think I'm wacky enough to do this. I think I'm wild enough to do this. You think you think I was bluffing? Although this is actually like a really good chance to hit. I don't even think I need to... You know what I mean? I think we can take a... I think we can take 2 80% chances. I mean, we were going to take the damage anyways, right? So, whatever. We missed one, we were going to take that damage anyways. Well, we were going to take 1 less damage anyways, but it's not going to matter. The difference between 9 stamina and 7 stamina in a single school investigation is not really going to be the difference maker between any of this shit. I do kind of want to get the Theologist, though, just because, like, you know, seems like it's kind of important. This goes pretty hard, actually. So, do you think we can get the Linguist and not lose 80 million health in the process? Specifically sanity, that's what I care about. We can take the quick route, it's fine. Probably should have taken the safe route, now that I think about it. But it's fine. I'm not particularly, Alright, we got +1 damage and -1 damage taken. So now it's just time to rest, full heal. I clicked out of the goddamn window? Ugh. So I've been getting tilted lately, alright? I've been getting tilted lately. So I use the very funny, because I'm basic, okay? And this is gonna be like some security thing, and Kiwi's gonna be like, ha! You buffoon! This is how I hack you, epically. But, well, I guess this is all past tense, because I have to find a new one, and I haven't decided yet, but I used to use the default mail app that came with Windows, right? It's just called Mail. You know, it's like how your phone has an app called Text Messages. Like, I'm not really sure what to call it other than that. Like, it's just the default thing. I have the oldest PC known to man. Came free with my freaking PC, dude. But basically, like, I just have it, and I've been using the Mail app for a while, and it gave me trouble when I first got a computer. It was really annoying to set up, and it was a pain in the ass, and I think that's maybe just setting up email clients in general, right? But I haven't done it very often, so I wouldn't know. But basically, Windows has been trying to get people to switch to something called Outlook, and they are discontinuing Mail. And they've been trying to get me to switch for a long time. Now, my sense of time and scale of time over the past 3 or so years, 4 or so years, I don't know, how about my entire life? My sense of time and my scale of time has always been a little bit off, always been a little bit wacky, if you will. So I'm not very good at telling, like, exact timelines. You might have noticed how wishy-washy I am about timelines, but here we are, right? So, I don't know if this has been going on for like 4 years or 3 years, but it's been going on for a little bit, alright? It's been going on for a little bit. Long enough to be annoying when it happens, and then by what I'll describe later, by brute forcing it, it goes away, and then it pops up like several months later, right? After I've already forgotten about it, and I assume that my Mail app will just work forever. Because, teehee. But here's the thing, Microsoft is losing a Mail app user, because, I'll explain. So, originally, they were like, hey, we're doing this new thing. We'll just leave it on high threat level, I'm not investigating this place twice. Originally, they gave me a pop-up, and they're like, hey, we're doing this new thing called Outlook, it's a better Mail app, and we're discontinuing the old Mail app. So, here you go. Have fun. You can use this. It's super simple, it's super easy, it's more convenient. All you have to do is press this one button, and we'll sign you, we'll delete the Mail app, we'll sign you out, we'll sign you into Outlook, and you'll just use Outlook from now on. Lickety-split, no problem, no hassle on the user. Now, because I am a basic bitch, I just decided, okay, sure. Oh, we're gonna die? Are we seriously gonna die here? Because the game just decided it's dangerous here? Ay. But basically, you know, I'm basic, so I wanted to just use whatever the default was. So I wasn't really incentivized or heavily invested to use the Mail app. I didn't really care. Just as long as I had something that was convenient to use and allowed me to send and receive emails and see attachments on emails. That's basically it, you know? Although, attachments are a massive security risk, so maybe don't do that part specifically. I can't believe we're going outside and touching stone. We're gonna die here. I cannot believe it. We got lucky with those last couple of events, but like, holy crap. This is the mystery where we die, because there's one more event in here that can do sanity damage. I swear to God. Get these research notes out of here. I don't have holy glyphs, and if I did, I would forget it. Okay, well, we're cooking. All right, all right, all right. Feeling pretty good about that. But, so, I clicked the button to transfer my account over to Mail to Outlook. Okay. And Outlook installs, and then it crashes. And then I open my Mail app, and it prompts me again. Switch over to Outlook. It's free. It's easy. Hassle-free. And so I click it again, and it installs Outlook. And then it crashes. And then I open my Mail app again, and it doesn't prompt me to open Outlook anymore. It just lets me open my Mail app, and then I forget about it. A few months later, I click my Mail app, and it opens Outlook. And I don't remember installing Outlook because the installer kept crashing. I look on my computer, and Outlook is there. And so I uninstall Outlook. And then I click on my Mail app, and it opens Outlook, even though I just uninstalled Outlook and it's not on my computer anymore. And so I'm like, okay, this is a little bit weird, a little bit spooky, a little bit above my pay grade. So here's what we're gonna do. Very simple. I'm going to click the sign in button on Outlook, and it's gonna sign me in effortlessly, because that's what it says it will do. And then there's an error moving my settings and my email account from Mail over to Outlook. And it crashes. And I'm like, oh, jeez. And this goes on back and forth for about a week. I'll click the Mail app. It will open Outlook. It will say signing you into Outlook. It will try to move my account details over, and then it will fail. And then I'm just sitting there looking like an idiot, having my time wasted. And so then, eventually, it stops trying to do that for whatever reason. I boot up my Mail app. It loads mail. And, you know, this is getting a little bit ridiculous, if I do say. Huge get, by the way. Immaculate get. Crazy get. Wonderful get. I'm gonna take charisma and not knowledge. Even though we have the curious statuette. If I see folklore studies there, I know I was wrong, and then I can take folklore studies +1 knowledge. If I don't see anything there, or if I see leadership there, I was right. I made the correct choice. But obviously, you know, you can mitigate all of this by looking at the lighthouse in advance to see what checks you have, but, you know, that's boring. And I would have to remember. So I just remember everything, and I play around everything, because it's more fun that way, for me personally. But, like a few days ago, I open my Mail app, or I try to open my Mail app, and because I'm expecting an important email. And do you know what happens? It opens Outlook. And I'm getting a little bit tired of this, so I go on the control panel, I see Outlook, I uninstall Outlook, it's off of my computer. And then I click the Mail app, and it opens Outlook. And it says, we're automatically signing your Mail account into your Outlook account. Just press continue. And I do that. And then it says that there's a failure moving my account details. Yeah, I'm not repeating the story. I'm just telling you chronologically what's happening. You might think that I'm repeating the story because I'm saying the same thing over and over again, which normally you would be right, because this is the Webweaver Actual Filler show, and I normally do repeat myself ad infinitum, because that's what we do here. But I'm not actually repeating myself. I'm actually just telling the story in chronological order. And it is, indeed, look who it is. Because now, when I click my Mail app, it opens Outlook, even though it doesn't say that I have Outlook on my computer. And it's just really frustrating, because every time that I've tried to work with Outlook, it has never worked. It has always failed. And then when I uninstall it to try to get my actual, you know, mail app back, it's like, oh, whoops, sorry, you can't do that. You uninstalled it, but it's still on your computer, and it's still gonna prompt you every single goddamn time. Let me glug glug? No, no, no. We should actually lose stamina first before we glug glug glug, you know. There we go. Look at how goddamn much I've played this game that I just know that in the back of my mind, like, that's gonna happen. Are we actually gonna get the clean sweep? It'd be kind of crazy if we somehow got everything to 8, but I don't think we will. Although I have, like, a funny idea. I have a really funny idea, if you can believe it. I actually have a mildly entertaining idea, which I think is a little bit silly. But it's a little bit fun, too. You ever like fun and whimsy? You ever think about fun and whimsy? My fun and my whimsy has been taken away by the fact that I have to find out... I have to get a goddamn email client. Because, sorry, I just wanted to use the default Microsoft one that came with my computer, but it's not... No, you can't do that. And it's not a Gmail account, either. My Gmail account is my, like, YouTube business account. Business in quotes, right? But... Alright, so you might be wondering, Webb, what are you doing here? Well, here's the thing, right? We have some Doom wiggle room. And there it is. But what if, chat, there was another one? No, this is a little greedy. Glass Eye is very funny. What am I looking for? I mean, literally, I'm looking for another one. I think it would be very funny. I'll go up to, like, 78. Ritual Robe. Nah, nah, nah. Although, Rare Ico Drip? Alright, I'm done here. I'm done? Yeah, I'm done. I don't think we would have to get, whatchamacallit. Actually, I will put the police station on the seaside just for fun, but... We would have to get... I mean, we could fight the boss, too, if we wanted to. Does that matter? Because worst case scenario, we'd have to level up twice in order to get 8 in every stat. Which is the likely thing, too. I mean, our health is great, and our stats are amazing, so we can only lose 3, too. So, we don't have Innsmouth look either. So, yeah, we can fight. It'd be funny, chat. You ever think about how funny it would be? I mean, we can just do 12 damage and take 2. It's not that bad. Now, the question is, can we get away with something like this? And the answer is definitely not. But it would be really funny. It would be really funny if this worked. It would be really funny if this worked. I'm throwing. I'm actually throwing, but it doesn't matter. Like, that's how much we've won this run, is like, I can throw and it's fine. So we need 40 more EXP. Oh, did not make it. No bingo. No bingo, chat. Shame, shame. Well, you know what? The Curious Statuettes are doing so much for us, we might as well. Yeah, sure. We can take 2 charisma, or 2 stamina damage, 2 reason damage. I'm cooked. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about Outlook, I'm thinking about mail. What other email clients are there? I've always just used the goddamn default mail client, because why would I need another one? Well, this is how, because if you get in with a mail client that the company is designed around making the mail client, you're just gonna have to update the damn thing every once in a while. But if you're getting in with a company like Microsoft, they want to overhaul all their systems, so you go from a usable, workable piece of technology that's mildly annoying to a terrible rollout of abysmal dog shit that doesn't work. And just for the record, I tried to go with it before I uninstalled it. I might have gotten that part out of order, but I tried to sign in with it, and it just kept crashing over and over and over again. And so getting rid of it, I was able to... Oh, hey, knowledge check passed! I could use a few curious statuettes in my life so I could figure out how Outlook works. It would be so funny if we saw +1 charisma, but we can just use this here. I mean, improvise would be kind of funny. I would throw the monkey wrench at the dude. I would throw the torch at him, too. I don't know, we did, like, Freaky Flood second. It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. We were trolling, and it still worked out. Like, that's how solid the run was. Aiko is immaculately well-rounded. And she's got attack speed, which means that she's going to kill a god with her bare hands if they get in her way, if they're stupid enough to get in her way. Who would win in a fight? An eldritch entity the size of a planet? Or a high school girl? You know, will you watch enough Gynex or Studio Trigger stuff? You know the answer to that. Alright, I'll see you on whatever you decide to watch next. Because we did the Pathless out of order, and because I want it to be like other video, World of Horror other video, because I'm weird like that, the Final Fantasy episode will be out later tonight. And if you're watching this 3 years in the future, guess what? We did a Final Fantasy VI playthrough. We also did a Pathless playthrough, and we also did a Nausea playthrough, so go watch all of those. Give me your time investment, your passive eyeballs, which give me money because you definitely watch the ads, right? Thanks, appreciate it. Stay safe out there. I'll see you whenever you decide to watch next. No trivia. Trivia is over. No, it's not really dead. I just don't feel like